Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the three title contenders. Now, there's been a lot of stuff going on lately about Pekko Bagnaia, and especially since Sunday's Grand Prix, does he crack under pressure? And I think everyone cracks under pressure at a certain time, but you know, you could see from Friday and also in Misano. Okay, he was injured in Misano, but he still had a problem stopping the bike. And here in India as well, it was the same old issue that he's had from Misano. He could not get that bike stopped. The back of it was nervous. It was skipping around, completely unlike the Pekko riding style. And normally what it was his strength on the Ducati has now become a weakness, because he certainly didn't look as strong as Bezzecchi or Martin under braking, where Pekko normally excels. This then made me have a look back at how many crashes, or how many non-scores, let's call it, that Pekko has, because he has crashed and still crossed the line in some races, but effectively it's a non-score. And majority of those non-scores have happened in the feature race. Pekko has not scored in 6 races so far this season. Now, when you look at Jorge Martin, he is definitely full of confidence, 13 points behind Pekko. Real good tight run into the championship. There's still loads of points on the table, lads, so it's not as if there's 2 or 3 races to go and it's the ultimate pressure cooker yet. But when I look at Martin's form, he has only crashed and had non-scores twice so far this season. Now, he has had a couple of races where he's scored under 5 points and so, but I still think it is a good record to have. His crashes did come in feature races too, and not sprints. But again, he is definitely the man on the move at the moment. The confidence is up. There's a swagger there. And I do think a lot of it may have happened when he switched aero as well. Now, he was confident, don't get me wrong on that. But he's now gone to the downward ducks as well. So he has the exact same equipment to fight Pekko for the World Championship in. The other one is Marco Bezzecchi. And on Sunday, he looked absolutely incredible, finishing like 8.6 seconds ahead of Pekko. Now, in Bezzecchi's case, Bezzecchi has had 4 non-scores. But where the difference for Bezzecchi is a couple of those were in the sprint race. And I'm going to be honest, if you're going to crash, the sprint race is the one to crash in, not the main feature race, because more points are on the table, obviously, for the main feature race. So you don't necessarily want to crash in them. And majority of the crashes of the 3 riders that we've had have been in the feature race. So the championship points, should they have not crashed, should have been well over the 300 mark for each and every one of those riders. So I do find it very interesting that it's 2, 4, and 6 crashes between the top 3. So if you look at it, 12 crashes from the top 3 all season, which is very, very little when you look at the amount of miles raced and whatever. But we're not necessarily yet into the pressure cooker zone. I think there's 6 or 7 races to go. So when we get, I would believe, maybe to Australia, I think that's when the pressure is really going to come on. And for Martin and Bezzecchi, I think it's going to be really interesting, because this is going to be their first time fighting for a MotoGP World Championship. And I think this is where Pekko may have a psychological advantage if he can get his braking sorted out, that he knows what this pressure feels like and he understands what to ride. This weekend was quite a weird weekend. I think we were robbed seeing Bezzecchi and Martin on Saturday, although I have the sneaky feeling that Martin had nothing for Bezzecchi, but Bezzecchi and Marini crashed in turn 1 on the sprint. Pekko was definitely off on Saturday, and he was there able to fight with Martin on Sunday. So I don't think Pekko was afraid of the battle with Martin. I don't think he was feeling any pressure. I do believe in what he said, and he was using the hard front tire, and he was pulling the pin to push, and he lost the front. So I think that's kind of a normal thing to do if you're trying to pull a gap. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen in the battle between the top three in the championship? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.